Hey guys, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Lost Judgment. So before we do the main story, let's do this one and the Dastardly Detective side cases. So yeah, let's just start it. What is this? Please, I need that Kappa back. What? You want this Kappa? Yes, please. If you could carefully just... 10 mil. Excuse me? If you need it so bad, give me 10 million yen. What? Just... Don't like my offer, huh? Maybe a little smack will change your mind. Come on, don't you want a love tappa from your Kappa? This guy is out of his mind. Okay, is that guy wielding a Kappa statue? I don't know what's going on, but if that Buzan can swing around a big statue like that, this might be serious trouble. Should I go stop him? Yes.
Hey!
Whoa there, buddy. What are you planning to do with that? Huh? Who the hell are you? Where the Kappa roam? We can chat about whatever you like then. Shut up. What's your deal, man? Popping up with all these questions, you're killing my buzz here. Actually, you're sobering up. Would be the perfect right now. Now you done it. Eat statue. He's gonna hit me with a Kappa though.
Let's put it back.
Ow! What the hell is wrong with this guy? So are we done yet? Because I don't think you two are cut out for round 2. I'm so sorry. Please, please forgive me. I don't know if it was the booze, but watching this guy get worked up over such an ugly statue, it was funny to me. I don't actually want this. Take it back, please. Okay, I'm out of here.
Excuse me.
You alright? Oh, thank you so much for stepping in. Thank goodness the Kappa got through that unscathed. Is the statue yours? Well, it's technically public property, not my own. Oh, I should introduce myself. I'm Kazutoshi Kodama from the Ijincho Community Revitalization Department.
Yagami.
I'm Yagami, a detective from town, so... You work for the city? Yeah, right now, and we're focused on these Kappa statues. We're hoping they'll help renew interest in the city. Statues? Plural. Right, we've been setting them up all over the city as photo opportunities. We even have a prize for each person who proves they took a picture with every statue. Okay, this Kappa plays a sizable part in town folklore, so I figured we could use that to our advantage. However, as soon as we set up the statues before we could even announce the campaign, all of them have gone missing one by one. So a string of burglaries, huh? Honestly though, how is that even possible? I mean, these things look awful heavy, being stone and all. Actually, they're deceptively light. That's foam, not stone. They're just designed to look authentic. I cut costs ordering them from artists overseas, so the shipping would have been a nightmare if they were real. Ah, that certainly explains how that drunk was swinging it around like that. Although catching it with your face is still kinda smart. Because of my frugality with the town's unofficial mascot, I'd rather not make a big to-do of this. Just track the statues down quietly, you know? You're right, sounds like work. Could I ask you something, Mr. Detective? Yep. Sure, would you mind tracking down the rest of them for me? I'm juggling so many projects right now, I should be back at the office as it is. So I'll pay you, of course, once I file the reimbursement forms. I found a real cheapskate to promote the town, didn't they? But what should I do? Yeah, accept. I can do that for you. Thank you so much.
Me.
I do have a question first though. How many are still missing? Have any ideas? Or yeah, why they're being taken? There are 7 Kappa statues still accounted for. They weren't installed long ago, so I imagine they haven't gone too far. At least I hope not.
I see.
Okay, so we're down. Or 1 down, 7 to go. They're just foam statues. They weren't cheap to have made, but they're not particularly valuable either. I have no idea why people would take them, so maybe they actually walked off on their own. That was an attempt at a joke. Sorry. Well, that answers my question for now. Should I reach out to you whenever I find one? Yes, that would be great. I'll send over one of my staffers to collect it right away. Oh, and the campaign hasn't gone public yet, so please keep all of this confidential. Yep. Understood. You got client privilege now, so don't worry. Thank you so much. I'll look at the time. I've been away from my desk for too long. Okay, I'm counting on you, Yagami-san. Well, I'll get hunting for Kappa. Wish I had any kind of lead. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be hard though. Kappa. Okay, one here. Okay, I guess I'll just like skip it every time we find one. Okay, let's begin. Okay, first one. Someone ditch a Kappa statue here? I should have let Kodama-san know. Okay, thank you for reaching out to us. I've come for the you-know-what. Okay, please, let us know if you found another one. Good luck, thanks again. So, I've got 6 more to find. I better keep at the Kappa hunt then. What the hell does the runner got? Kappa statue. Wait. Dude, it's super hard for him to... I couldn't click on him, honestly, not gonna lie. Like 3 minutes running after him. Stop. I want to find the song. I keep saying that I want to find this song, but I haven't checked it. What? Oh, sorry. Were you trying to talk to me? Yeah, for a while now. Okay, sorry about that. I just started this new routine and kind of got in the zone there. So what was that your routine? Or running around with a big statue? Yeah, I figured I'd get some strength training in while I do my daily 5K. When I spotted the statue, I noticed it was the right weight for me, so I decided to test it out. Oh, okay. And how did it work out for you? Well, obviously, I have to keep my arms in a fixed position while I'm running with this thing, and it kind of messes up with my form. So, not the best fit. And it took me asking you for you to figure that out. Maybe I'll try running with dumbbells strapped to my legs.
Excuse me.
Well, if you're done with that statue, could I have it? Oh. Yeah, trying a new routine. Yeah, no, whatever. All right, I gotta get my heart rate back up, so see you around. It takes all kinds of people, and all kinds of people seem to be taking these statues. Whatever, I should get in touch with Kodama-san. I got another of your statues, sir. Okay, the next one right here. Someone ditched a Kappa statue here. I should let Kodama-san know. Thank you for reaching out. How many Kappas do we got? We got 3 now, right? 4. Oh lord, it's a big one.
Huh?
Hey, fella. Me? Yeah, give me a hand with this. Hurry. Okay. Reel in. Thanks for the help, fella. Wait, what the hell is this? Is that what I think it is? It's one of those Kodama's son's Kappa statues. I think he might know, not know that though. Never thought I fished up a drowned Kappa. Damn it. It's just, sorry to drag you into this, pal. I think it's about time I get out of here.
Excuse me.
Oh, any chance I could have that statue? You want this? I mean, sure, it's all yours. Oh, well, take it easy then. Okay, maybe it's a good thing this wasn't made of stone. Although, then, it probably wouldn't have been sold in the first place. Okay, thank you for reaching out again. Okay, the Kappa is right there. As a goalkeeper. Some soccer practice. What? Try blocking this chump. He's gonna annihilate the thing. Hang on a second, sir. Please don't kick it at the Kappa. Why not? Sorry, I don't want to get into the whole thing, but long story short, I need that statue back. Could I have it? I wanted to use it like a training dummy. I've got a game coming up. Well, it's actually only made of foam. The ball would probably break it right away. Oh, seriously? Then yeah, it's all yours. I really need to find a good dummy. Rescued in the nick of time. Okay, thank you for reaching out to us. I've come for the you-know-what. Okay, he sold it. A big old Kappa statue I found. Okay, where do you sell it though? To a pawn shop. Okay, where is it? Okay, I gotta find it now.
Huh?
Okay, there it is. Wait, what? What's the matter, Yagamishi? Yagamishi.
Nah.
What's that Kappa doing here? Oh, I needed a mannequin for quite some time now to test out the new miniature camera and microphone I've been working on. Sugirashi came across his Kappa statue just a little while ago, then reached out and asked me if I thought it would fit the bill. I was planning on really giving it the business to test the durability of my equipment, but given your reaction, I take you two share some sort of bond. Well, I wouldn't put it that way, but I see. So this belongs to the city, and Sugiura just swiped it? He's not the type of guy to steal something on a random like that. Well, it was just what I needed, but it was also next to a sign that said, "Picture yourself with this statue. Go ahead, take away." What? Who would phrase it like it? Wait. Now that you've explained the statue's true purpose, I wonder if the sign's phrasing has been misleading the inadvertent thieves. After all, anyone with a particular desire for the statue would be far more likely to read that as an offer for possession rather than photography. Looks like Kodama-san needs to learn about phrasing. Poor thing does appear to have been through a lot. Maybe we should send him home now. Yeah, let me give Kodama-san a call. Okay, Okay. Oh, you've been such a huge help. I can't believe you found them all. Thank you so much. Okay, to think being economical with my words on the signs would be the cause of all of this. I have to admit, I'm rather embarrassed. Well, let's just be glad none of the statues are any worse for wear. Thanks again, Yagami-san. Here's a token of my gratitude.
By the way.
Okay, what are you gonna do with the statue now? To be determined. I've got the statues at home right now, so my boss doesn't find out what happened. But my place is starting to look like I'm amassing the terracotta Kappa army or something. Okay, now there's a side to see. Well, with the campaign being a buzz, I don't know what will happen with them. Maybe I'll get lucky and find a Kappa lover to unload them on. Okay, those couple. It's around this part of the river, right? The spot where you can go Kappa fishing? Yeah, everyone's talking about it in the chatter. People are even saying you can play soccer or go jogging with one too. Really? That's pretty neat. What an interesting town this is. Okay, let's not get distracted. We don't want to miss any of the little guys. Right. You know, they seem pretty into the whole Kappa thing. Holy cow, the Kappa hype has finally hit the town. I should order a dozen more statues. No, 6 dozen. We can turn the photo event into the whole contest. I gotta deploy the Kappa army double time. I need to draft a proposal for the office first. I'd better get going. Thank you so much. Okay, take care. He's staring at like the other guy. I didn't feel like I did much, but I guess I really helped a Jincho out. I wonder if the contest will be any fun. I'm good in the whole Kappa front for a lifetime or two. Kappa. Okay, let's check this one out before we do the main stuff. Okay, here. Need to go here, I guess. Okay, where's my... No, not that one. The detector. Okay, we're getting close. We're getting close, boy? We're getting farther. Okay, we're getting closer.
Signals up ahead.
There. Okay, this wallet's definitely giving off the signal I've been picking up. The eavesdropping wallet. I guess someone dropped it here by accident. Okay, I'd wager the wallet's owner doesn't know he's being bugged either. Suppose I should track him down to give him the good and bad news. Must be the owner's cologne. It reeks. Okay, time for the good boy to come, I guess.
Alright, let's go. Who's a good boy? I believe in you, buddy. Ah. This way, huh?
Okay, like Rumple. Let's go, Rumple. Where?
Got something? Doing great.
Where? What the hell are you doing? Going left and right.
Got something?
Found him. Honestly, I wonder who the detective is gonna be, right? The Dastardly Detective. Ah, what a cutie doggy. Nichan, you sure do love dogs. Maybe we ought to get you one.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, did you drop this wallet? Oh crap, not again. But yeah, that's mine. How do you know? That's all thanks to the nose of this guy. Aren't you such a good little fluffer pup? Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
By the way,
I found it in the first place because I was tracking a signal. Did you know your wallet's bugged? Are you serious? Yeah, I'm definitely sure. Oh no, It's not your wife, is it? Didn't you say she's been extra suspicious lately? You gotta be kidding me. It's possible your wife hired a detective to keep an eye on you. A detective? Is that who's been trying to blackmail me? You're getting blackmailed as well, sir? Okay, I've actually been trying to track down this detective, so maybe I can help here. Okay, let me fill you in. I kept getting these threatening emails that there was always an attachment of Michan getting intimate. Wait, what? He kept saying if I don't want my wife finding out, I've got to fork over a cool mill. That definitely sounds like something a detective I'm after would do. He's probably playing you and your wife to squeeze you both for whatever he can. You pay him off yet? Yeah, I did. I figured $1 million yen sounds enough to be the end of it. Did you ever happen to see him though, or hear him? Unfortunately, no. All our exchanges were done online. The only thing I know is that he's with the illegal detective agency. Yep, I knew it was the same guy. If he pesters you again, please give me a call. The number's on my card. I ought to be able to help. Okay, thank you. On one condition though, you come clean to your wife before I lift a finger. How it all shakes down, that's up to you, but I didn't get into this industry to help people cheat on their spouses. Alright. Hey, you've been saying you're gonna leave her for a while now. When's it actually happening? Yeah, well, we'll see. This homie, man. What is wrong with you? Playing with his client like that. This crooked detective really is a scumbag. Hope I track him down soon. I guess we're done with this. Do we have another one, or we can continue to the main story now? Okay, I guess we can continue now. Let's go. To Kamurocho. Saori-san.
Perfect timing, Yagami-san. And here I was about to go without you. Are you ready to visit Mamiya-san?
Time to head for the home of Ehara's victim, who doesn't know we're dropping by. Mamiya's apartment. Dude, she's rich. She's rich though. Look at this place. Wow. East Ikebukuro. But they're really rich.
Remember, we're speaking to a victim here, Yagami-san. One whose assailant we defended in court. If we had tried to make an appointment, she probably would have declined outright.
Not sure showing up unannounced is much better. So let's just hope she's willing to talk.
Yes, there's no way around it. It's a risk we had to take.
Well, here goes nothing.
Yes?
I'm Shirasaki from the Genda Law Office, the attorney for Mr. Akihiro Ehara. You may remember me from the hearings.
Why are you here? Don't you know it's rude to show up at someone's door uninvited?
I understand, but we have a pressing matter that directly concerns you. If we could do this another way, we would. I apologize for any inconvenience.
I'm sorry, but the trial's over and done with. You know I can legally turn you away.
You're right, but I'm only asking a moment of your time. Please, would you mind?
Even Saori-san couldn't whip up a solid approach for this. Are we really out of luck here?
I don't have time for this. I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Wait, before you do that. Sorry to butt in. I'm Yagami, a detective helping Saori here out.
And?
I like how Yagami's like, oh, okay, I can't let this be the end. I need to talk to her into opening this door somehow. Sweet talk her, empathize. Quick and simple, yes.
I know in your eyes we're just scumbag lawyers defending perverts in court. It was just a paycheck to them, you're thinking. And yes, why should you care?
Wow. It's like you read my mind. If you're so perceptive, shouldn't you know it's time to leave?
Wait, that's not what I meant at all. Look, that was just an opener.
Okay, what do I do? We'll have nothing to work with if we can't get her to talk. Empathize then.
Are you aware of the trending video that's leading people to believe Ehara committed murder? Thing is, the victim was confirmed to be alive in Yokohama until the morning of your own incident. And since Ehara was on the train with you, they're ruling him out as a murder suspect.
So, what is it you're getting at?
Just trying to ensure you're in the clear from any of that unfortunate business. If we could do this now, we'd never bother you again. All we need is 10 minutes of your time.
How absurd.
We're only trying to help. But if later would work better for you, we could always come back another time. With our supervisor, of course. That visit would probably be more formal. There'd be paperwork, audio tapes, you know the drill. You'll want to clear your schedule.
I really don't have time for any of that.
No, I understand, and it's entirely our fault. We thought we'd do this casually, but we really should have been more by the book. But it is a murder case, so we do have to make sure our paperwork is in order here. Now, would you prefer to schedule a date to accommodate a more formal interview?
You said 10 minutes if we do it now, right?
We'll make it as painless as possible.
All right. Hold on.
We really do appreciate it.
Well, I'm impressed. I'm also not sure I should trust a word you say ever again.
Really? I did get us in the door, didn't I?
I'm joking. I do appreciate the help. Now let's not screw this up. This is likely the only conversation we'll have with Mamiya-san.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi. Again, we apologize for the intrusion.
Let's just get this over with already.
Yui Mamiya, victim. So today's episode is the Kappa and the
Okay,
victim.
bye-bye.
We'll make this quick.
You know, look at this, it's so huge, this house. We could use a conversation opener with Mamiya. Let's take a quick look around for something useful. Look at this place, man. I wanna live in a place like this.
Hey,
Children's bicycle, obviously that belongs to the boy we just met.
what the?
A child's drawing, probably of his mom. They even put it in a nice frame. How cute. And a Keihin gang member husband. If I remember correctly, Yui Mamiya lives here with her husband and son. They seem pretty happy in this picture. Okay.
What the?
That's Yui Mamiya, wife, mother, office worker, and victim of Ehara's perversion. They got on the same train in Ikebukuro where she ended up having to suffer through Ehara's groping her. Little kid right here. 6 years old son. Cute kid, I guess he started grade school. He seems pretty excited by the visitors dropping by. Looks like his dad's not home yet. I'm sure the laptop's full of useful data, but we're obviously not getting to it.
Hey,
Quite the layout they've got here. The kitchen has a clear view of the living room. I guess they just moved. Yeah, there's still boxes here.
So, talk. I've already told the police and the court everything they could want to know about that morning.
I'm sorry to put you through this again, but would you mind going over those details with us?
What else is left to discuss?
I understand how pressured you might feel.
I've gone over this so many times. I wonder if pressing charges was even worth it.
No, what you did was both brave and inspirational. Many victims are afraid to come forward for any number of reasons. Your voice might give them courage to find their own.
Ironic. Hearing this from that predator's defense team.
Well, perhaps.
Would you mind walking us through that day from the beginning?
It's nothing so mysterious. I was just on my way to work when some man grabbed my butt. That's all it was.
Nothing else was out of the ordinary that day?
Correct.
Not to pry, but where is your husband today?
Still at work? He usually doesn't get home until later. On that note, I have to feed my son, so let's get this wrapped up soon.
We'll try our best to. Moving along. On that day, you and Ehara-san boarded the train bound for Ikebukuro, correct? Had you ever seen the man before then?
No. At least not that I can recall. How many times must I go over this? You're lawyer friend here already knows everything I have to say. What do you gain by getting me to repeat things?
That's the thing. Yagami-san here is a specialist. He can take whatever you repeat, analyze it, and draw up an entirely new conclusion. Right?
Of course. That's exactly why I'm here.
Great. Now the pressure is really on. Seems to be a recurring thing lately.
In the security footage, as you stepped onto the train, it looks like Ehara-san stepped right behind you. Were you aware of his presence at this point?
I was. It felt like someone kept pushing up against me with no sense of personal boundaries. I remember second-guessing myself at the time, thinking it was normal for the train to be that packed.
Then the train took off while you were stuck in that situation.
Yes. And then I felt the back of his hand against me. It kept getting worse from there, to the point where he went under my skirt. And the pig had the nerve to write it off as an accidental brush on a crowded train. But that kind of touch wasn't accidental. He even grabbed at me.
Truly awful. And I do sympathize. I've also had to turn in an abuser like that. Personally speaking, some men can't wait to debase themselves at the first opportunity.
Why would you say that and look at me?
I just stood there, frozen. I couldn't see who was touching me. I had no idea what to do. I wanted to scream. But what if he just played it off? So I decided I would bear it till the next station.
Are you okay, Mommy?
I'm fine, sweetie. We're just having a bit of grown-up talk. Are you hungry?
Uh-huh.
Then go read your book and wait over there for Mommy. We're almost done.
Okay, looks like this is going to be ending soon, no matter what. I should keep my questions brief. Up to now, I haven't heard any contradictions between Mamiya's account and the security footage.
You said the abuse lasted the entire 6 minutes between Ikebukuro and Shinjuku Station. Did you see the groper's face at any time during that span?
No. I was too terrified to look. And I thought, even if I did, he'd just pull away and escape. But just as the train was pulling into Shinjuku, I reached back and grabbed the hand on me. That's when I saw his face. Of course, he shook me off as the doors opened, but I'd already gotten a clear look at him. He must have known I could turn him in at that point. So he ran, and I chased after.
Right. That was captured by the station's security cameras.
Great job tailing him in such a crowded space. On that note, did you ever happen to lose sight of Ehara-san while running?
His cat was pretty easy to spot, and no one else was bolting off the platform like that, so I never lost sight of him. At that point, I could feel my voice returning, so I just screamed, "That man grabbed me!"
I'm glad there were good Samaritans nearby.
For sure. And there were a lot of smartphones out, so I figured there was no way for him to get away with it. I was so relieved.
I see. I think I've got the gist of it. But now we've got a piece of evidence that contradicts what you've told us.
What do you mean?
Okay, Yui Mamiya's story lines up with her testimony from the trial, but there is one thing that it contradicts. Yeah, this one, right?
Well, on the same day, at 6:30 a.m. in Yokohama, a student teacher named Hiro Mikoshiba was sent off to work by his mother. But he was soon abducted near his home, only to be found dead much later in Ijincho.
Is that...
According to the video, Ehara-san here is the murderer.
what?
He killed Mikoshiba in cold blood to get vengeance for his bullied son. His kid was about to graduate high school, but instead, he took his own life. So Ehara took it upon himself to punish his son's tormentor.
That's awful.
But now we come back to the issue here. If this footage is authentic, then Ehara-san couldn't have been your assailant. The victim's estimated time of death and Ehara-san's time of arrival in Tokyo simply don't allow for it. It's just not possible for someone to make that commute. But there's the flip side. If Ehara-san was in fact your assailant, it would mean this murder footage is a fabrication.
I don't know what you expect me to say after all this.
Right? Now you know how we're feeling. That's why we came to see if you had any leads for us.
So that's what this is about.
After hearing your story, I have no doubt you endured a lot that day. Which would obviously mean that murder video was faked.
Then, who shared that video? And why?
Wish I knew. Based on the quality, something this convincing would need quite a budget. Whether it's CG on top of real murder footage, or just a rock-solid AI creation, no way it was cheap. So why go through all this effort to fake a murder? Who would benefit from it? But I have to say, I feel much closer to piecing this puzzle together with your help today. Thank you very much for your time.
Yes, and rest assured, this will be the last time you see us. Our apologies for the unexpected visit. And for dredging up unpleasant memories.
It's fine. So long as this is really the end of it all.
That was it. I mean, we gave her only. She gave us only a couple of minutes. I wish we had more.
I'd like to report Mamiya-san's account to the rest of the team. Can I count on you to be there?
Sure. Let me give Kaito-san a heads up.
All right, then I'll see you there.
Yo, me.
Hey, I just got back to Kamurocho. Everything good? Any news?
All good here, man. What's with you? You worried Arcade got to me or something?
I mean, they did run their mouths about stabbing us in the back. But if you're good, I'm good. Anyway, I'm heading to Genda so Saori-san and I can go over what we learned from Mamiya.
You're the boss. As for me, I'm calling it a day.
You do that.
Okay, let's check on the boys. Hey guys,
Are
I'm
we
back.
ready, Yagami-san? Let's start with our visit to Mamiya-san, if that sounds reasonable to you.
Yeah, let's start there.
Yeah, let's start there.
So, the victim's story is completely in line with her court testimony, huh?
That's correct. There wasn't anything new to pick up.
Unfortunately.
In which case, should we look into the murder video instead? Like, figure out how they made it?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Whether that tape's fake or real, someone had to put it online, right? Do we have any theories on who that might be?
Well, the footage showed enough of the surroundings to make the crime scene clear. As somebody who's been there, I can confirm that the blood splotches match what you see in the footage. Which means...
Okay, who uploaded Ehara's murder footage to the internet? Accomplices, yeah.
the murderer's accomplices have to be the ones who posted it for him.
Yeah, I can't see it any other way.
I also agree with Yagami-san.
But in that case, what would their motive be?
Maybe they wanted to make a mockery of the police, or even the whole system.
Huh?
We know Ehara got himself convicted for groping, so he'd have an alibi for Mikoshiba's killing. But then, his conspirators turned it around by uploading the murder video online. Almost as if to say, look how he got away with it.
I see. Yeah, that does make it sound like he's taunting them.
That's well and good, but I'd like to shift gears. Let's talk about the actual fabrication of the video. How does one go about that?
Well, for example, the true culprit would be taped murdering Mikoshiba. Then Ehara's face would be copied and blended onto the killers. That's how they'd approach it in a Hollywood movie.
But then, wouldn't you be able to see traces of it being faked?
Tsukumo-san reported that he's found nothing of the sort in his analysis.
We've been down this road before. If we take the stance that the footage is fabricated, we have absolutely nothing to work with.
Then let's tackle this from the stance that the video's actually real. If that's the case, there has to be a flaw in the groping issue. I think we've collected enough evidence to find it too.
Before meeting with Yui Mamiya, didn't you mention the possibility of Ehara using a stand-in? Perhaps the real Ehara murdered Mikoshiba in Ijincho, then swapped places with the imposter so he could be detained.
But we couldn't find an opportunity for the swap to happen, remember? From the moment he set foot on the Ikebukuro platform, Ehara was constantly on camera.
But wait, that's not entirely accurate, is it?
Huh?
Okay, Ehara wasn't constantly in camera between Ikebukuro and Shinjuku, and the proof is... Oh yeah, this one, right? There are blind spots. Yes.
Remember how we mocked up a diagram of the Shinjuku station platform?
Yeah. Oh, wait! That's it! You could be onto something. There's a point where Ehara wasn't on camera at all.
What is this point you speak of?
Let's all go over the diagram so that everything will be clear. Here's what I want you to see. Dang.
Okay,
Suspicious.
this is how Ehara run, right? So I guess this was a blind spot.
It's very brief, but there's a moment where Ehara and Mamiya-san can't be seen by the security cameras. The dotted lines on the arrow represent the camera's blind spot.
It does appear so. So you're saying this is where the groper, the fake Ehara, traded places with the real one?
Can't say it's impossible, right?
Right. Except if that actually happened, Mamiya-san would have been right behind them at the time. Could the two really swap places without her noticing?
In a crowd like that, I think it's feasible.
If that really was Ehara's plan, then I'd say he was being careless.
Careless? How?
Well, on the day of the incident, the station was packed for morning rush hour. That means there was no solid guarantee the assailant could make the switch. He could have been nailed by any random passerby before reaching the blind spot.
Good point. Not only that, if Mamiya-san had called for help while the train was still moving, then the first Ehara would have been caught before even reaching the platform.
Oh, I mean, yeah! Called it.
Think about it, Yagami-san. Why would Ehara's accomplices meticulously plan out every last detail of this alibi, only to leave such a crucial component to chance, as Hoshino-kun pointed out?
Oh, just doing my job.
True. Good work, Hoshino-kun. In fact, I think that may back up my own take on it.
Yeah?
What if everything, including the appearance of leaving the plan to chance, was part of the plan?
Can you expound on that?
I'm saying I agree that such an airtight alibi wouldn't have allowed for contingencies. And that takes the question to another level. Just how far did they line up the pieces in advance to make the swap work?
Are you saying there's more to it than we discussed? What did we miss?
Okay, if everything on the day of the murder, including the train groping, was planned from start to finish, what else can we possibly deduce? Miro Mikoshiba's still alive. He's dead. No. This is the only one, yeah. Prosecution faked the footage. No, this is the only one.
I know this won't go over well, but what if Mamiya was colluding with Ehara all along?
But yeah, but why?
Bear with me. Let's say Mamiya was in on this and knew about the imposter in advance. If that's the case, the swap could happen right in front of her and no one but the three of them would know.
You're saying the victim of a groping conspired with her assailant beforehand? That's ridiculous.
It's not a suggestion I'm fond of, but I have to consider the possibility of Mamiya playing a part in this conspiracy.
Let me just say, I'm only trying to work out how a swap like that would be guaranteed to work. Now, if Ehara and his stand-in both know that Mamiya will pretend not to have seen them, they can trade places in the blind spot with impunity. Conversely, if Mamiya wasn't in on the plan, the idea of a swap would never work. But we can say with certainty that she would have seen the swap, so... She could have even called attention to the real Ehara the moment he stepped in. That way, the people around her would be focused on chasing the correct assailant. The rest is as we know it. They caught Ehara and detained him until the police showed up.
Hold that thought. If your theory is accurate, what about Ehara's trace evidence? Remember that fibers of the victim's underwear were detected on his hand.
Well, that can also be explained by Mamiya being in on the plan. For example, while the stand-in was showing himself at the security cameras, Mamiya could have easily provided Ehara access to a pair of underwear at the same time. Maybe the stand-in loitered around for so long because he was letting everyone else get themselves in place.
It's not impossible.
We can work out the other details later, but the point is, Ehara's murder alibi is shot if Mamiya was involved. In summary, it's possible Ehara disgraced himself to secure an unshakable alibi for Mikoshiba's murder.
I'll concede that it's an avenue worth pursuing.
And when it comes to the prosecution, they can't just admit they got the first case so wrong.
True.
Plus, they can't question Ehara about Mikoshiba's murder. In fact, their only option is to claim the tape was faked.
So he managed to make a farce out of the system after all.
Well, his court case for his son's bullying did get more or less thrown out, didn't it? The school, the investigative committee, and the court all agreed there wasn't enough evidence to convict anyone. No surprise for me that the guy held a grudge against the system for so long.
Hold on. Before we all decide on this,
What's up?
the obvious question to me is why would Mamiya be party to such a crime? She appears more than financially stable, and she's even raising a child. So why would she do something so enormously risky as helping establish a murder alibi?
Yeah, I haven't gotten that far yet. But maybe she was promised something that far exceeds the risk. Or maybe Ehara has some kind of dirt on her even?
Enough to make her help with a murder? What sort of secret would be big enough to force someone into that corner?
A 53-year-old patrolman and a married office worker and a mother. The only connection between them so far is the train station itself.
What info do we have on Mamiya anyway? Maybe we can spot a connection to Ehara through her profile.
I'll pull her information. Just a second.
Oh, I just thought of something else those two would have guaranteed by working together.
What's that?
If Ehara wanted to use this crime as a murder alibi, he needed it to blow up into the public eye. But if he had chosen a victim who stayed silent, then nothing would have come of it. A solid plan would need to eliminate that variable, which means Mamiya being an accomplice was crucial to Ehara's success.
That's true.
Looks like Ehara pulled one over on the prosecution then. Had his accomplices right where he wanted them, even his victim. Once we learn how he's connected to Mamiya, we can root out the rest of his team.
Let's see. According to her file, her maiden name is Yui Suzuki. 30 years old, so that's consistent. Originally from Ota, Tokyo. Attended a private high school called Kurakawa Academy. Later graduated from Toto University.
Huh.
Met her husband on the job, apparently. Her husband, Taichi Mamiya, is an industrial designer at Techno Zeta Inc. 6 years ago, she gave birth to their only son, Sotakun, who's now in first grade.
Hold on. You said she went to Kurakawa Academy? I heard that name in Ijincho. If I recall correctly...
Chukumo. No, he did not graduate there.
When I went to scope out the murder scene, there were these 3 guys watching the detectives and me. They told us they were just checking things out, but they mentioned they're Kurakawa grads too.
You have any ID on you?
Will my license work?
Akake-san, age 30.
Akaike-san, age 30. Mommy is 30 as well.
What's that got to do with anything? Aren't we trying to find a connection between Mamiya and Ehara?
I found the Kurakawa Academy website. looks like they're pretty prestigious. It's in Tokyo, specifically in Ota. Pretty close to where Mamiya lived. Oh,
What?
the girls there get such cute uniforms.
You little. You want to start all over from the bar exam?
Wait, I've seen that uniform before too, actually.
Where?
On an old picture of a teacher at Seiryo High, Sawa-sensei. Ehara's son had confided in her. Is she actually a Kurokawa grad too? I don't know Sawa-sensei's exact age, but she could well be 30. Maybe all of them are even classmates.
Could this mean they're actually linked? The victim and her up-to-now unrelated assailant?
It's a tenuous link at best. Could fall apart any time. But no true detective alive would pass it up.
Okay. Finish the chapter. Seriously though, we did some quest earlier, Kappa, Dastardly Detective, but at the second half, the story one, it was really good. Yeah, talking to the victim and then the guys deducing or yeah, pretty much meeting and checking on all the deets on the case, right? It was pretty cool. Yes, I love that. Whenever not only the Gendala office, for example, it's Higashi, like in the last game, right? Kaito, Higashi, Hoshino, Sugiura, when they were talking like that. I really love those scenes and it's pretty nice to see. So yeah, anyways, next episode we'll start the next chapter, chapter 6, right? So I'll just see you then, guys. Bye bye.